Hi everyone, and welcome to this episode of Downtime Cosplay. For me, one of the coolest things there is to be able to transform myself into a character by the power of makeup. In this particular video, it will be Yumeko Jabami from a series called Kakegurui. So, here we go, and enjoy!
Now it's time for makeup. For this, I will first put on my lenses. I am very short-sighted, so using lenses makes this very much easier. Remember that you don't have to use lenses, but for me, I like the effect they give. Also, make sure you have visited an optician to make sure you can actually wear lenses, even if you just want to use them for cosplay. I prefer to put on my lenses before makeup to prevent my eyes from tearing up and smudging my makeup. But I know others who like to do it at a later stage. To prepare to not smudge my makeup at a later stage, I take on my wig cap, which helps the wig from sliding around and my hair to keep in. Hairpins are attached on the sides by the ears. I also put one on the top and in the neck, to hinder them to slide off. I have previously to this washed my face and hands, as we need a clear canvas to put makeup on. Start with a moisturizer, as the makeup will apply better and make you look refreshed. And don't forget the lips. Optimally, you can wait a few minutes before the next step, so the skin can soak up the moist better. Step 2 is a primer. This goes underneath foundation to help get smoother pores and the makeup to apply better. Next up is foundation. I use a damp makeup sponge to apply this. I like to blend it, and sometimes I get dry patches if I haven't moisturized properly. After the base foundation, it's time for concealer. This is used to create highlights and even out things like scars, and in my case, red spots due to shallow blood veins. Then we go for eyeshadow. I choose a warm brown hue as a base, and a darker brown on the sides to create an illusion that my eyes are a bit bigger. There are a lot of ways to do this, but for makeup like this, I use a very natural base. Underneath, I use some coral eyeshadow to give the impression of a softer and rounded eye, and also gives a light color. Now it's time for glitter. I apply a light eyeshadow with shimmer to open up the eye and give some dimension. In my mind, makeup is like painting with acrylics. You can add so many colors and layers, and depending on how you do that, it will give you 100 different effects. So, no way is wrong, but there are easier and harder ways to go about it. Contouring is next up, to give me some more depth in my face. For me, cosplay is like stage makeup, where the rule is to add a bit more when you are done. This helps to get a stronger look, as for example, a wig can make your face blend out, or if you're having a photo shoot, the strong lights can make you look filtered out. I apply rouge above my cheeks around my eyes in a C-shaped motion to get that cute look. Depending on where you put rouge on your face, it can make a huge difference, so play around with that and see what you think looks nice for you. Eyebrows are usually the one thing that makes my face blend together with a wig. Putting on a black wig with blonde eyebrows, unless it's a conscious decision, usually gives away that it's not your natural hair. Having a blue wig with blue eyebrows can actually trick the mind into the illusion that it's supposed to be like that. For this, I use an eyeliner, but you can use eyeshadow, colored mascara, or other kinds of theater makeup. Eyeliner has a tendency to smudge before setting, so sometimes it's good to have that concealer ready for extra touch-ups. If needed, I also have a handy brush to even out the edges. Next up is eyeliner. I use a liquid one because I always go for a cat eye look, and this can only be practiced and practiced. I try to make a thin line across the upper lid close to the lash line, and then taking the leap of faith and create a dart aligned towards the outer edge of my eyebrow. This is always the part where one eye is perfect and the other decides to go to another universe in search for treasures. But surprisingly, this one went well. To open up the eye, I apply a bit of eyeliner. No, I know I shouldn't sharpen it. To the outer edges of my lower lash line. The mascara is applied lightly, as I mostly want the color to close the little gap between my eyelashes and my eyeliner. Small upwards movements help to get them from clumping together. Now it's the best part. Eyelashes. This creates the final touch. The shape can change the final impression quite a lot in my opinion, so I used a model that is a bit sharper than natural looking ones to get that anime vibe. I use a latex-based eyelash glue, so be careful if you have allergies and need a different kind. My way of applying is I put a little drop of glue on the back of my hand and carefully dip the back row of the lash. I wait a few seconds before applying, as you want the glue to become a bit tacky to fasten better. For some models of lashes you may need to cut them to fit your eyes. For me these work, and I soften them up a bit and roll them along the lash line to make them follow my eyes better when applied. This glue will dry transparent, so I won't worry about the white peeking through. Lips are not forgotten, and for this one it's a quite natural shade, so I will just apply a lip gloss with a small tint. To finish up, I go over and might do some touch-ups, like a little shadow underneath my eyes, maybe contour my nose if I will be in a strong light to not look flat. When I am done, I finish with some powder. You can use a makeup powder, but sometimes I actually use baby powder, as this doesn't dry up my skin and is quite close to a transparent powder. I also apply this on my eyebrows and lightly over my eyeshadow to keep them from smudging. You can also use a setting spray, which is a mist made for this. Do not use hairspray as the alcohol closes the pores and is very harsh on the skin. The makeup is now done and we only need to get our cosplay on. The wig returns, and now the adjustments begin. I can now adjust the bangs according to my face and make it sit good according to my proportions and my head. And then finish the look with some hairspray. For small details, I usually spray a small amount of hairspray on my fingers and then use that to form the smaller sections. Now we are ready! So that is my process of getting into a new cosplay, and remember, have fun with it! Thank you so much for watching, and if there's anything you would like to know, write in the comments or subscribe for further updates from Downtime Cosplay. This is GRIMALKIN, and I'll see you next time.